Hi everyone, and welcome to the live of Knowing Who You Are. We haven't done it for a while. This is show number 30, and we're really happy to be back, and we're really happy to go back systematically.
Yeah, that's the plan basically, to go systematically, and I hope everyone can hear us. And welcome to Knowing Who You Are. Definitely, it's been a while. A lot of things have happened. Very eventful year, I would say, 2023, and trying to create a work life and overall life balance. So yeah, that's where we are, and yeah, things are looking up. So that's why we thought that this is the time to bring it back again, and here we are. So everyone who's watching today and who would be joining, who have already joined, welcome to Knowing Who You Are once again. And after a short break, I know it is really something that normally any creator, any platform, or anyone, whoever is creating something or doing a podcast on YouTube or in iTunes, because we have such short attention span that the moment you move away, probably you can survive a week or two, then afterwards it's like, okay, they're gone. So I hope it didn't happen, and even if it did happen, we'll pick it up back again probably, and definitely because it's a community that I have very far-reaching goal, I would say, and I have a vision with this platform. It's not only, as I said, it's never for me or her or us. It's us as a whole. I mean, you, whoever you're watching, from wherever you are watching and joining, and every time you support and join us. And it's for all of us. And I have a bigger plan, which I'm working towards, and let's see where it gets us. But that's for all of us. That's the main idea.
Well, the original purpose of Knowing Who You Are in the podcast, I know we've said it many times before, but I like saying it again just because there's many new listeners and new viewers who also join us. But the original idea was to create a platform from which like-minded people can join the conversation on the subject of knowing who you are. And that can really encompass anything. And what we aim is for people that have knowledge that helps other people, people that have studied it, or people that have experiences that would help other people. We share these experiences on this platform so we can open the door to a conversation which would help anyone that needs help, basically. So that's sort of how it came about, because we're both very passionate about helping other people and making this something that we do on a full-time basis eventually.
And another thing is that whenever we said that in terms of help, it's not that you need help.
No.
It's all of us.
Yeah.
I need help. Esther needs help. We all need help. And there had been times, to be honest with you, in 2023, there had been moments when I felt, but good thing is that sometimes when we need help, some people don't realize that they need help, and some people do. So when you can realize that you need help and there's something that's going wrong, and that's a good point to start from. So that's what happened with me, to be honest with you, at the beginning of, or not at the beginning, I would say in the middle of 2023, when one day I mean, it's been going on for a while. As you know, my schedule many times I shared with you all, and how difficult things had been at times, and it was like chock-a-blocked everywhere. There's no place for me to breathe. So, and it caught up with me. So at some point what happened, I think in May or probably April, or I forgot the exact month, but I suddenly felt that, okay, I cannot breathe. And it's just the pressure of things, and I think it's a sign of being burnt out, and I was feeling that I was burning myself out, and all the last strength I had, and I was using every single drop of it, and that's what happened. And during that time, thankfully enough, I had Esther with me, and I went to Esther and I said that, look, I feel like I can't breathe. And it was like I wasn't doing anything, like I wasn't working out at that time, that I was suddenly during the run, I felt I wasn't being able to breathe. It wasn't like that. It was just normally in the household, when I was just walking and doing something, I said that I can't breathe. And it was the feeling of getting suffocated. And I went to Esther, and thankfully, during moments like that, what do you need, first of all? No advice, and no one would give you anything, or they won't tell you what to do, like you can do it, or things like that, or you got it, and things like that. Nothing like that. It's just to be there and listen to the person who's suffering from. And thankfully enough, at the time, Esther literally said that, okay, fine, just sit here and whatever you feel like do. And I started telling her what I was feeling like and the pressure and the feeling of being burnt out. And it helped. And from that point, I decided, okay, there are certain things in life that I couldn't stop doing. I had to keep going on. I mean, my study was on, training was on, my work was on. But there are certain other things that I was doing. My plate was already quite full, but I was putting more things on my plate. So I thought, okay, there are certain things I can take out of the plate, but still I can operate, I can work. And I felt, yeah, let's start from there. And from the point onwards, I decided, okay, let's take it a little bit easy. Even when I said that, it wasn't that easy, to be honest. But there are things I could stop doing, and I felt, okay, what are the important things in my life? Say, I need to take care of my health. So I cannot say no to gym. I can probably cut down 1 day. Rather than doing 5 days or 6 days a week, I can do probably 4 days. So probably I'd done something like that. And then, okay, what else I'm doing? Am I keeping up late? Normally I don't do, but things like that, okay, if I am trying to do multiple things at the same time, because when we think that we can be multitaskers, that's another very wrong thing, and it's been proven wrong as well scientifically. So our mind is not designed or programmed to do that, or that's not how we are built. So yeah, there are a lot of things I started cutting out, but here I am and feeling quite well, and had a lovely summer, had a great holiday. And to be honest with you, I don't know, I'm going to discuss this one with people who are watching today. Many people, I can see Evelyn, hi, so nice to have you guys back. Evelyn's commented on Facebook, and so has Muzaffar Hassan, Russell.
Nice.
Russell, hi. So it's nice to talk to you all, and probably Evelyn, if you're watching, I would like to, you can call, as you know. I should put the number probably on screen.
Good idea.
Where am I? Yeah. So number is on screen. You can give us a call. We can have a conversation in terms of, because sometimes Evelyn is one of my very good friends and also a work colleague too. So we talk every now and then, and there are a lot of things we discuss about life in general. So I think she can shed light on that, because how life can be so difficult at times and how we cope with that. But
it can also be anything that can happen. It doesn't have to be necessarily with a relationship or with a family situation or works. It could be anything, and it can hit you when you don't expect it, because the point is, if you were expecting it, it would have been something you probably predicted or prepared for. When you don't expect it, it's something that comes in stage left, and suddenly you're hit with it, and that's when you need someone strong with you.
Yeah.
And in an ideal scene, it would be someone that you live with, a partner, like in our case. But there's also been points,
it can be a good friend too, because
absolutely.
The main thing is that
Absolutely.
someone who won't give you any advice or trying to say that, okay, I need to lift him or her up,
Yeah.
or there's no judgment as well.
Yeah.
Okay, look, you have done this for yourself, you just brought it to yourself, and now you're feeling tired, and now you're burnt out, things like that.
Yeah.
But
because we already know that
Yeah.
that's what happened.
so before I go into further detail, what I'm going to do, quickly say hi to all the people.
Oh, yes.
So I see, it's very nice to see, as you know, there's another good news that Surreal, my band, which I started back in 2006, we reformed this year, and I have a lot of new members, and some members, some people I have been doing music for a long time, and some new people, in a sense that is the first time I'll be doing music with them on stage for the first time. So Surreal is back, and I have Famid Jahan, who we know as Siam. So amazing tabla player. He's with us, and he commented, so nice to see you both. Great initiative to help others. Both looking
Thank
amazing.
you.
Lovely setting. Thank you, Siam. And Shakib Khan Mimo. He's another voice in Surreal now with me.
Your brother from another mother.
Exactly. And a great musician. He had been a backup vocal, bass guitarist, rhythm guitarist with Maksud Dhaka, with Feedbacks Maksud. And Shakib says, hi guys, very good to have it back. And MKU Tushar, after a long, favorite brother. Same here. I mean, he's from Bangladesh.
Oh, nice.
Another musician.
Great.
Looking fantastic, you both. Thank you.
Good.
So, what we are talking, let's start on a positive note. I have shared a lot of, I would say, a lot of the grim situations, or the grim situations I faced myself during the summer. Or throughout this year, because the moment we think we can do, and sometimes many of us are quite resilient to be able to do a lot of things at the same time. But there are times when life catches up, and at some point you feel that you can't. So I just shared what happened and how I revived myself. And I was about to share that we went for a holiday in the south of France, Lake Annecy. Is the cleanest lake in the whole of Europe. So amazing time, and that's the first time in many years in my life, because I always keep myself, I like to do it. I feel like life is a journey where you need to keep on learning every moment, keep doing everything. And that's how I managed to learn a lot of things that help me. But
True.
there are times when you need to take a break and you don't do anything at all. And those 7 days, I think a week when we spent, and there were times I would just sit there by the lake, literally just on my shorts, t-shirts, it's getting dirty, wet, I don't care. And I was sitting there and telling Esther, I remember, I said that this is the first time in my life I felt that I have nothing in my mind. I'm just sitting there, I'm in the present, I'm just looking out in the lake, and you're with me next to me, or sometimes when she's with the family or other things, because her family was with us too, or we're with the family, the whole of the family, we're all together. So we were sitting there by the lake, and sometimes I spent in the swimming pool, probably in the water for nearly 4 or 5 hours. I thought I was avoiding getting burnt because it was so hot. By the time I came out one day and I saw my whole complexion, you can probably tell from my skin and everything. I was never on the fair side, but still. But I don't mind.
You were very dark.
Yeah, I really got burnt out before mentally, and during my holiday I got burnt out physically.
Well, we were there with my whole family, and I can see my sister saying there, "Hi,
Hi, Eva."
So that this is a family location. It's actually a place where my family's been on holidays for many, many years, and they go camping, and it's a whole experience in itself. And we joined in this year. I originally, and then he joined later. And I guess there was an interesting thing. We both had this realization. You all know you're supposed to switch off. You all know you're supposed to look at your phones. You all know these things. But then when you actually experience them, you realize this is what it feels like to just wind down. And it doesn't have to be a week by Geneva in the Swiss Alps. It can be in a park. It can be just down the road where there's a nice nature of some kind. And we decided to do, like, on our days off, rather than cranking in more work, which is what we've been doing, we just stop.
Yeah. Because what happened on it? Hi, Georgia.
Oh.
Eva says, Georgia says hello.
Because my sister's kids are
yeah,
probably watching as well.
Georgia, and she was there as well in the camping.
They were awesome. It was so nice.
We had
to
a lot
be
of
with
fun.
them. It was nice.
So what Esther was saying is an interesting thing that I would do the same as well. So
We're
what
bad.
happens that
We're so
when
bad.
you're working on your work day, you're working from, because they say that you need to switch up around probably 8:30, then slowly wind down and get ready for bed by 10:30. But even still now I'm guilty of that, probably up until 10:30 before it's time to go to bed. I'm in my studio doing something. So I'm trying to get better at it, but I don't know. But so everyone, whoever is watching, the number is on the screen, is 07308192908. You can dial up and we can have a lovely chat. Let's start on a lighter side. You can share with us what you have done this summer. I mean, we shared a little bit of what we have done, or anything like I shared about being burning out, or when I felt that I was burnt out. So if you felt ever, or this year, or any moment of your life, or any time, any period of your life, what you have done, I would love to know. And there are some other people who are very much able to advise on those situations, because they are doing it professionally, helping, like Sherry Harlow in Australia or in France during her place, because she shares her time in both places. And we have Opu Islam. Nice to see you.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Very
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you.
Neha's also with us. That's great.
Neha is with us, and Neha is rosy chick, as I can see.
We got someone else.
Tausif Mustafa Shorin. Tausif he was here in London. He's a guitar player. He's a
nice.
musician. He's
Great.
a studio as well. He works a lot of jingles, but great musician overall.
Nice.
So he was here in London, and he was touring with another musician, a very good vocalist.
And he's watching his favorite show right now.
Oh, watching my favorite show. So
That's
thanks,
awesome.
Shorin. That's always nice to hear whenever someone says that. And that's what we are trying to build. It's a place for people people especially who have their creative side, which are already honed in and they have worked on it. But I was reading this book, and Esther is reading it now, Rick Rubin's An Act of Being.
Oh,
So
yes.
an act of, so the amazing, it's about creativity. And what he says, that Rick Rubin is the producer of many amazing bands in the world, Metallica to Johnny Cash, everyone. So his thing was, he was saying that we all are creative, but we have to know that there are moments and things we do and how we can be creative. So, but people like Shorin, and there are other musicians like even Saim or Fahmi Jahan, or we have Shakib. So people like that, they, when they come to the platform and they join, they can share their, I would say, mastery in a sense, how it helps them, the skill they have built, like how music helps me, or the other things that I do. I write as well, so how it helps me, and also this podcast, like talking to people and public speaking and things like that, how it helps me. So these are the things I feel like whenever we do more and more, we create a world of our own, and that can to a certain extent protect us from the outside harsh reality at times, I feel.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
probably that's what Esther does when she comes from work. There are moments, like I'm in my studio in the evening and Esther is in her studio, and she's working, doing her own work, graphic design, designing, and definitely a lot of work for Knowing Who You Are as well. As you might have seen, we have a little bit of shininess that we are trying to
We're
bring for
tweaking the
knowing.
graphics.
Yeah, we're working on it, work in progress, and things will change.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, people, please pick up your phone and let's have a chat, and then we'll pick it up from there. Eva is there. If Georgia, you can say hi or hello, not through your mom. You can call us directly.
With your mom's approval.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
She's a minor.
Oh, she's a minor. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Be fun though.
So Eva, definitely
Georgia will be the
approve.
first minor on the show.
Give her the approval. And Opu Islam, please pick up your phone. Or Tosif, he's in Dhaka at the moment in Bangladesh. And at this time of the night, this is something, okay, about Tuesday. So what happened? We were thinking today's the day when both of we have this day off together. It doesn't happen all the time. So since it's synced, we should do it. And let's not worry about Sunday, Saturday, Tuesday, whatever that is. And we thought, let's start, because that's another good lesson in life. Say, for example, when I started thinking about the podcast, I had this website built for Knowing Who You Are for 3 years. I didn't do anything about it. And I was planning. I said, okay, every time we plan something, we feel like we have to get so good at this one. We have to figure everything out. But to be honest with you, I learned, like many other things in life, that you have to start somewhere. And when you start, you keep on learning, you keep on doing things better, because there's no end in trying to make things better and tweaking things. So you'll have to start somewhere, and that's where we are. And
you're very good at that. I tend
Thank you.
to, I've learned so far. I mean, I used to, I think when it comes to like work and business and all that, for me, it's not a problem to start anything. But I've learned that when it comes to things for self-help, like going to the gym, like starting a diet and all these things, they're the ones where I'm like, okay, after my birthday, after Valentine's Day, or after Christmas, for December, I'm just not gonna, you know.
And the time is now.
And before you know, it's too late and you can't do anything. And that's been, starting things has been.
So what
really
you're learning since you're reading The Power of Now as well?
Well, funnily enough, one of the
Eckhart
things.
Tolle's, by the way, Power of Now.
Yeah. I really like this. So one of the things that I really see, it's really good to learn things and get reaffirmed things. Very often a lot of the self-help books are really centered around the same thing. Because in the end of the day, the answers to your problems are already within you. If they weren't, then, well, that wouldn't make any sense. Because in the end of the day, you are still responsible for you. So therefore, listening...
And also no one else can give you the prescription.
Exactly.
Because you
it
live
has
that
to be
life.
your choice. Because the thing is, if you want to do something, no one can force you to do anything, and no one should force you to do anything. You have to have your own... this is why. And once you've had that, it will just flow. And I found dealing with, like you were saying, he was talking to me a lot. I didn't have solutions to what he was talking about, but I did know that if he talked to me and I listened, he would eventually resolve the situation for himself. And you've done the same for me, where there was a time where I was quite confused because I was in the middle of my master's, I was in the middle of several other things. I took on quite a high-powered job with a lot of hours and a lot of responsibilities all at the same time. We seem to do this to ourselves, don't we? I thought, well, he's busy, I'm going to busy myself up as well. So, but at the end of the day, I came to the own resolution, like, if you don't follow what it is that you really want to achieve, and you're doing things that are not sort of in alignment with that, then just get rid of them.
I mean, that's what is important. That's what the life coaches do. Because, as Esther said, the answer is within you, because you have lived your life and you know, and you have all those experiences. If there's any trauma, you're aware of it. And if there's something that shaped your life up to where you're now, you are the only person who have been through it. You can share the story with your therapist or even your life coach. But the thing is, what you felt at those moments, only you know it, and you have the feeling literally ingrained in your being.
Yeah.
So
no one can feel that for you.
Exactly.
It's what you do.
So you have to decide. That's why the answer, if there's something everyone is saying, it's good for you, do it, you can do it, and you know that you can do it. But if you feel that, no, it's not for you, you're the one who have to make that call that, no, it's not me. It's because you'll have to live through it. Because many times, that's why I say that it's a very traditional thing for parents or our surroundings or a social environment to kind of program us or prime us to particular direction in terms of our careers, what we should do in life. But I feel it's very important that when we have the time, when we grow up and when we can think for ourselves, it's better to rethink and go back and sometimes think that is it the right thing that I had chosen when I was younger, and what I should do about this. So this is very important. So answer is within us. That's very important. It's nice. I like it.
Thank you.
So on that note,
know who you are.
Yeah, knowing who you are. Exactly. That's the point. Because that's why I call it knowing who you are. Because once you know who you are, no matter who says what, and because I realized, let me share this interesting thought as well. Because I like to share things and open up to people so you have a time to reflect on the things that you are going through in your own life. So what happened a few days back, I think I told Esther that, look, I feel more and more unconscious about what people would think. And I'm not, it's not in a way that I'm trying to defy the system or I'm trying to ignore people. It's more about that, okay, if I feel that I want to wear certain things, if I feel that this is what I feel like, this is what I like to wear today, this is how I want to talk, this is how I want to express myself. How many times you stop yourself? You think that what people will think, I have to project this personality or this persona of myself to the outer world, and because people need to think that I look good, I feel good, and I'm good in every possible manner. But I feel that when you're sure of yourself, confident, and to be honest with you, this is a very funny thing, that there would be a time when I am long gone, Esther is long gone, then you are long gone, and after that, a few 100 years passed as well, no one would probably remember me or you or Esther.
I was going to say, I'll be 100 years old and I'll definitely remember you.
Yeah, but when you are gone, then probably another 50 years down the line, or probably even 20 years, 10 years down the line, no one would really remember me like that. So I feel like when we are having this time, when we are in this reality, and this is the only one lifetime we have, we should live according to our own terms. And this is the best thing. I feel that when you can do that, when you can just totally obliterate anything that people think about you or what people are thinking, because if you realize something, if you go out sometimes, I would say as a research project, do it. You walk on the street and you'll see how many times people keep on catching the reflection when they're passing by a shop window. Yeah. Because people are self-aware and they're trying to figure out, okay, does my shoe look good? Do I look good? And what I'm wearing, does it look good? And I mean, we sometimes go to restaurants.
We sit inside.
We stay inside, and through the window we see people who are trying to look and trying to, again, fix everything, and even when they're properly fixed and nothing needs to be fixed, but still they look okay. Do I look? And they change everything about them, and every now and then hair and this that. So I feel that because we normally do it, definitely it's important to be presentable, important to look good, important to look after yourself. Everything is important, but on top of that, but when you're doing it because you like to do it, and because you feel like it, not for anyone else, because someone is looking at you, or someone, you need to impress anyone, or if you don't do it, someone will think that, okay, you're not good enough. That's the wrong perspective, I think.
And I think also from the point of view that the moment you tell or you feel like I want to look good because blah blah is going to say something, or blah blah is going to think blah, at that point you've given them the control. You've given them control over you. And I know it's easy to say because, we're, I guess, of an age where we've, we've seen life, we've been part of life, and we don't care really anymore.
I'm not that old, by the way, people.
We're OGs.
Yeah.
But no, we have enough life experience to not feel.
By the way, when I said I'm not that old, I was simply joking, because this is another thing I've seen. Age is a topic that people are so worried about. Like if you mention someone, oh, your hairline looks thinner, someone's like, no, it's not that thin. And say someone, Ershad, how old are you now? Which birthday are you celebrating now? And if I tell them the age and you see a look, oh my God, he's about to die probably. He's so old. So, look, when someone has called.
Oh, someone is here. It's
Shakib.
Shakib.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about age in a minute. Greetings, brother Shakib.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, both.
Hello, Shakib. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you both?
I hope everyone can hear you as well. If everyone can hear, I would like to
get a quick
confirmation from everyone that everyone can hear Shakib as well, loud and clear.
Yeah.
Because I might get Shakib to do a few things, so I made sure that we can hear him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I heard.
I think we're good.
Oh yeah, good.
No, we're good.
So,
okay.
Before we start, Shakib, first of all,
yeah,
I have quite a few things to talk to you about, but let's thank Shalina Hawk. You two look very beautiful. Stay well, everyone. Thank you, Samar Borua, bass guitarist and the band leader of Soft Touch in Chittagong. Shamor Bhai, Shamor Da, nice moment. Thank you. Shadhin Khosru. Shadhin Khosru, it's very good to see you. Thank you. Thanks again. And I know Shadhin Khosru and Shakib, they're all good friends. And we have been on one stage one day. That was coincidentally it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Neha Karim, yes, we can hear him clearly.
Oh, good.
Great.
Excellent. Thank you, Neha.
So, Shakib, now tell me, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, actually. Busy as usual. Not unlikely schedule in life.
I know. That's what we've been talking about. And one interesting thing about life itself is that sometimes we forget that we have to give ourselves a little break. This is something we don't do, right?
Yeah.
But good thing is that we have a band together. Surreal.
Yeah.
So we already performed this year in July.
Yeah.
And we had to get things quickly. I mean, we already had the plan that we have the band, but when we were invited, the moment we shared with someone and someone just invited us straight away and we performed in Rich Mix. But we are planning to do our main inaugural show for the band in December. So we have Shakib, who's singing with me at the same time. So we have two vocalists, myself and Shakib. We have Deep Roy, who's the bass guitarist from Bangladesh, but who's settled in England now, and he used to play with Jolergan. Then we have Famid Jahan on tabla, Saim. We have already seen him. And we have a new violin player, because unfortunately Daniel, who performed with us on the first show, but she's from America and she had to go back to her country, but she will be back again. She's planning. That's what I came to know. She's planning to do a PhD. And then we have the drummer, Brian Hediman. So that's what we have currently, but we will, as we progress, my plan is to always invite musicians from around the world. So we jam together, we create something magical. So that's the idea. So Shakib, what are you up to now musically? I mean, we are all working in different places. You are working on your own in Bolton. I am in Kingston or in London. Deep is in London. He's coming to jam with me tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then Brian is in his own studio, and the violin player, he's in his own studio. So we are all working separately, but we get together and we rehearse. So what are you doing? What are you up to now?
Yeah, so not getting time actually, to be honest with you, enough time for practice. But today, obviously, I had work like until 4 o'clock. So I was just thinking like to, sit down and with the guitar and then go through the list of the song that I'm planning to include for the shows and to introduce with you as well, because there are many songs here and there. So yeah, that's really basically, and thinking about the composition or the arrangement really musically. This is
I think we should talk more about this, but since you've been working on songs and you have the guitar with you probably nearby, definitely, since you're working on it, I think we should start with the song and people would love to hear. What do you say?
Okay, but thing is, like, I've been coughing like for a few days today now, because it has like a chesty dry cough. Maybe it's, I just got some sort of cold, but I didn't realize that.
Oh no.
Yeah, but today I'm a bit better than before, absolutely.
That's
and
good singers always have excuses like that. They always say, I know one singer, I won't name the name, but always before coming to stage, that person would say, "Oh, excuse me, my voice not good today," and that person will perform amazingly. And I have known that person. I'm not even mentioning the gender, but for a long time, because people might know who I'm talking about, but it's always the case, always. So, but Shakib's case, as I heard him a couple of days back when we were on the phone, that he was coughing very badly. So he's speaking the truth. I can confirm. So Shakib, pick up your guitar. Let's listen to something. Oh my God! What is Neha saying?
What is she saying? Translate.
No, Neha, you're not right. Sorry.
Oh, she's just a name of a singer.
Don't name anyone, please, because we don't know who we are talking about. Okay, let's do it, Shakib.
I don't know which song actually. I've got the guitar. I'm just thinking which song.
So
it's always like confusing,
spot, right?
isn't it? How about like
by the way, anyone who's calling after Shakib, don't worry, we won't get you to pick up your guitar or sing, because he's a singer. He had the guitar with him. That's why. So you can be safe.
Are we gonna get you to sing afterwards?
I haven't sung for a while, even though
you've got a cough as well.
I'm supposed to. Okay, Shakib, start.
I'm just buying you time, Mimo. He's got a very good laugh, very good sound.
yeah. Well, I'm just thinking.
You can probably start with a nice Lalon song.
Lalon Shadi song. Also, I was just thinking, sometimes you have some songs in your mind suddenly. So maybe because of the weather, it's very gloomy. So there was a song by Niloy Dash, who passed away, that. And a very famous song, it was written by Kausar Ahmed Choudhury and tuned by Fatma Babu, and it's called Koto Je Khojechi Tomaye.
Okay.
Maybe I can just try that.
Yeah.
Very favorite song of mine. So maybe I'll just try that. Let me know if you can hear the guitar properly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Play it. Probably not that clear because, sometimes there's a built-in compression on the phone.
Yeah.
But your voice is clear, so it should be fine.
Say চলে গেছে আর হাত এলে না ফিরে কত যে খুঁজেছি তোমায় অকারণ অশ্রু জলে সেই যে চলে গেলে আর এলে না ফিরে কত যে খুঁজেছি তোমায় অকারণ অশ্রু জলে।
Shakib,
Yep.
can you
Can
do
you hear me
one thing?
okay?
Can you sing just without the guitar? Probably when you, because there's a conflict. It's a technical thing that's happening.
I see.
Your
Because
voice is sounding really, really nice.
but when you're
With
without
those,
the
Yeah.
guitar, your voice is very clear. So I
yeah.
think
Okay.
if you
Okay.
can sing without the guitar, very very sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just like give me the chords and
Yeah,
then I can
exactly.
sing. No. Okay. So I'm starting from the
Yeah,
bridge
yeah.
maybe. এখানেতে আজ উৎসব সারারা আলো করে দেয়ালে জ্বলে আছে এখানেতে এক উল্লাস ভরা গান বেদনারি দরজা খুলে গেছে তোমাকে বারে বারে মনে পড়ে আজো স্মৃতি শিখা সারাক্ষণ জলে কত যে খুঁজেছি তোমায় অকারণ অশ্রু জলে হৃদয়ে দেশে কান্নার সাদা স্রোত আন মনে কোথা যে চলে গেছে সেখানেতে এক বন্যা অবিরাম তোম বেদনারি জানালা ভেঙে গেছে
Nice.
তোমারি পথ পানে আজও চেয়ে আছি নয়ন দুটি সারাক্ষণ মেলে কত যে খুঁজেছি তোমায় অকারণ অশ্রু জলে সেই যে চলে গে Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yay! I can't
And
scream, but it's
Shelina
amazing.
Hogg, that's your aunt. She's saying, "What an amazing voice," and we agree.
She's sending lots of love
Thanks.
hearts throughout the whole song.
Shakib, your voice, I always
It's
say
good.
that we have this blend in the band now. My voice, your voice. We
Yeah.
have different kind of style of singing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I push my voice quite, but you are a very soothing element. So it's a very
Thank you
good
so
balance.
much.
And whenever I listen to your voice, it's like, it calms me down. Even when
It's
you're
true.
Thanks so
singing, yeah.
It's
much.
true.
It-
I was telling Ershad the other day, your voice is like incense for the ears.
oh.
Oh, thank you so much. That's a great compliment.
Sherry joins us, by the way, and Sherry says, "Nice voice."
Yeah,
Sherry, thank you.
exactly.
And
Oh, thanks.
so has Shutopa Paul
Yeah, there we
Bodhi.
go. Nice.
She has joined, so we have a lot of lovely audience listening to. I think this
That's
is your
great.
moment when you should sing another song straight away.
I think so too.
Yeah, grab a glass of water, definitely.
Okay. Uh, 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 maybe. Um, okay, another song which I think one of the most performed song in my life. I sang so many times. One of the songs of Lucky Akand, who also like left us a few years ago. Great composer and musician in our country. Aage jodi janitam. How about that?
Sure, I think people would love that. We have many people
Yeah,
from Bangladesh as well here at the moment.
yeah. Very famous song as well. Okay, shall I?
Yeah, yeah, please.
All right, thank you.
Shakib, thank you.
No
Yeah,
worries at
what
all. Thanks
happens
a
was
lot.
that anytime you
Yeah.
play the guitar together with your voice, because phone,
Yeah.
it unfortunately has a built-in compressor,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
pushes down. You know, guitar is quite loud, so it pushes
Yeah.
down the guitar. So along with it, your voice gets crushed too.
But your
Oh.
So
voice kept going. I mean, you've got
when you're without the guitar, then it's clear. We can hear everything.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
so
I
nice.
got it. Yeah, I need to actually fix this
I wish you were
anyway.
just next door. You could just join us here right
Yeah,
now. That would be
we
so
should do it
fun.
probably.
I,
But
I always
Shakib is
wish
coming
so.
though.
Yeah,
On
we
s-
should.
we
We
Yeah.
should
should.
do it on Sunday.
I think on
Oh
Saturday.
yeah,
On Saturday we
yes.
should do it.
Saturday, yeah. Just a few days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have Selena. Selena
Yeah.
Hey,
joined
Selena.
us. We have
Hi, Sherry.
and
You're all
also
here.
who said
Is
I
someone
think
else?
Esha, your
Yeah,
cousin.
Esha's here. She's going nuts
Ah,
for
yes.
you.
Yeah. So,
And Sherry
yeah.
said, I've lost sound, bit of a storm here. We'll log out. Hopefully
Yeah,
can
she'll
pop
come back in.
Yeah, Sherry, please
Oh.
come back on. And we'd like to talk to you about something that I started talking today. It's about the feeling of burnout. So how one should tackle with that. Because I had been through it earlier this year. And there was a time when I was away at the same time. We weren't doing any live stream. And I had taken a break for myself, for my own well-being. So it would be nice to talk about it. And this is, I think, it will be helpful for other people as well, because we sometimes forget, what
Yeah.
life can throw at you, and we just keep going.
Shakib, I have a question. Do you, when you feel that way, like you've just burned the candle on both ends and you're getting really, really busy, is music the thing that helps you out? Is that your go-to to just like unwind, or does it wind you up more?
Music always suits me, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It
Makes
makes
sense.
me relax, and it really, like, gives me the peace in life.
That's good.
Yeah, it's always been a good friend of mine.
Yeah,
But
nice.
interesting thing, since you mentioned, I mean,
Yeah.
when people burn out, like when I felt, it never happened to me, to be honest, up until this point, but probably happened here and there in my life, different
Yeah.
points. But 2023, I literally felt, it's probably age as well, because, I'm not my youngest, I'm not in my
Yeah.
20s anymore. So probably the coping mechanism is different now, even though with all the wisdom that comes with age and experience. I feel that whenever it happens to me, I feel burnout. I don't even feel like picking up my guitar or singing or doing anything. I mean, I would say that many people agree that they feel like that this is what sometimes people say, that when depression hits, and that's what happens, that you're just lying down, probably on your couch, on your sofa, and you don't feel like eating, you don't feel like getting up, you don't feel like doing
Yeah.
anything at all. This
Yeah.
is one of the things. And to be honest, there had been, when I said that, I felt like I can't breathe. That was the point when I know. Good thing is that I'm aware of these things, so I can straight away pull back without seeking any experts' help, because I do the reading on these things. I do my own research, and also I'm studying things that is related to psychology. So,
Right.
and during those times, I literally stopped, and I felt that, okay, if I keep going now, I'll crush, and I have to stop. And that's when I stopped doing many things, to be honest. And the podcast, kind of, I took it easy, and I said, okay, despite all the things I'm doing and the live stream, I have to do it straight away again every Sunday or something. It was really,
Yeah.
everything was becoming too much, but it has to. So I made some adjustments in my life, so I can enjoy doing the things that I love doing more. So I think it's an important thing.
Yeah,
So-
it is. It is. Yeah, yeah. It happens sometimes also in my life, and when there are more pressures for work, for other commitments, and then yeah, you don't feel like. I mean, you don't have that peace of mind to practice or rehearse music, or it happens sometimes. But yeah, we sometimes get over it, isn't it? And then
I'm
we come back
thinking
to
that
life.
I'm gonna give you a little break now, so you can
Yeah, sure,
get
sure.
ready. And next time, you're coming today again, by the way, and we'd like to listen to that Queen song. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, that probably guitar would be just with your fingers
Yeah,
skinny,
yeah,
just
yeah.
hold the chord, but
Yeah.
don't play it, because if you
Oh,
do
I
it,
see.
what happens?
Yeah.
Because the phone can't handle it, and
I
that's when it
see.
pushes
Yeah.
it down. Your voice gets crushed too.
I
So
got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we'll have to do it like this. But we'd like to listen to it.
Thanks for letting me know. Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
Shakib.
Because
So you
Jen,
take a
yeah,
quick
I'll be.
break, and in the
Yeah, sure.
meantime, we
Thank you.
no, thanks for calling. Thanks for
Yes, it was
calling.
nice.
And
And
you
thank you
know,
for the singing.
Shakib is family, friend, and also my band member as well. So
Yeah.
it's really good to catch up always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Shakib.
Thanks
Shakib.
a lot, guys.
No
Yeah,
Bye.
worries.
talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Neha says incense sticks and candles light helps him too. Yep. We know that.
Yeah.
And that's why Esther keeps on buying more incense for him. I think
Well,
there's
no, it's
one
a
pack
special
waiting.
one. No, there's a special one that Shakib actually brought from Bangladesh. It's
Ah.
called Silver Bells that he got from a temple, and I have it at home, and we light it only when he's here. So it's one. It's the one that is it's his and mine, and we. That's when the only time I have it on. So if you smell it in the house, you know Shakib's there.
Yeah. Wow. That's very sweet. Very sweet. No, I mean, we appreciate that. And everyone has this different personality. I mean, when they thrive. So we all have our own, how should we put it, the word? What would you say that our idiosyncrasies or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
sure, yeah,
That
yeah.
we always, that lifts us up.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
I
So
think so.
Sherry says, Sherry, why don't you call us? Because I wanted to talk to you about the feeling of burnout. I mean, because as I shared a few times today on this podcast or on this live stream, that I had a feeling of burning out. Like this year, I think it was around April, May. I literally felt that I can't breathe. And that's when I had to do some adjustments in my life. And there are things I had to make a little bit of here and there, some decisions I had to take. So I'd like to hear from you, even though Sherry said, and while you make up your mind whether you should call or not,
I'll be right.
we read your message.
All right, so she said, self-awareness is such a powerful tool. Without it, we often glass over situations and do not realize things are not going well. Self-awareness and accountability for our thoughts is such a powerful tool. My wish is that everyone can become more self-aware. Yeah, that's a really important thing.
Yeah, but how? Question is, yeah, definitely, how do we become self-aware? You can say meditation, being mindful, and being present in the moment, whatever you're doing. And also, we have this idea and also this practice of distracting ourselves in multiple different disciplines at the same time, and also try to multitask, which I'm guilty of all the time. So sometimes I sit there in the studio while I'm practicing probably, then I have to listen to a podcast because I feel like I don't have time. I have to get all the information possible from all different sides. But problem is that affects mindfulness. So yeah.
Well, she said here, I'm in a lecture at the moment. Finishes soon, hopefully before you finish. Maybe a call organized soon. That'd be
Great.
nice. That'd be
Thank
awesome.
you.
I would love it if you could interview her on her professional podcast, the one that we post. That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
So one thing that I thought was very interesting, I read something about, and I don't even remember where I read it. It was actually on the subject of, you know, when you help someone else, or just when you are a friend to someone else, it reciprocates in a way. And in my day-to-day work, a number of times I'll walk in and I'll see someone needing some help or whatever else. And why is it that when you help someone, you feel so good? It doesn't necessarily mean they were in trouble and you saved them. Just acknowledging their existence sometimes can be enough to just go, you know, because you walk around and you see so much madness around you. And when you see people that are sort of in their own little bubble and you see all the worries, and I make a habit of, when I see something nice, and that's just me, and you know me, I talk to everyone, I acknowledge it. You know, like a lady has clearly put a lot of time on her nails. They look very pretty. I acknowledge it. And interestingly enough, most people sort of pop out of whatever they were in and realize there's more than just one person in the world. And I think part of, you know, being in harmony with people around you is also just acknowledging the niceties about them, the good things about them, the things that they clearly put some effort in, or just the fact that they're there, you know?
It's kind of a paradox, though. The thing is that when we say that being in connection with people around you, that takes mindfulness. Because when you have mindfulness, then you can connect with these people. And when you have these connections, then you have your mental well-being more intact. And then it helps you to become mindful. So
Very true.
it's both ways. It's quite reciprocal, I would say,
Yeah.
because
And important.
it's
as
very
well.
important. And this is
Yeah.
one of the things I was reading the other day, because the government has this initiative saying that especially the universities studying, all the undergrads, they're studying in September, and that's the month of the year when everyone comes. And now in the universities, it's found that the mental health issue and the feeling of loneliness, it's really rife and it's widespread. So everyone is going through that, and we all go through that. But they're younger generation, younger people as well, so they go through a lot. And when you are not around your parents, when you're not around your family, definitely you feel lonely.
Yeah.
And I, even as a grown up, I went for training. I know the feeling. Every now and then, when you can't even pick up your phone, you can't talk to anyone apart from this 5 minutes end of the day at 10:30 at night for 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes, and outside your room somewhere, not comfortably sitting or lying in bed and talking to someone. No, you can't do that. Then definitely you feel that, even though it's not that strict. But being on your own and not being able to connect with people in person sometimes, it doesn't help. We have a lot of friends on Facebook or Instagram, followers, or TikTok, whatever. But the thing is that those 3,000 or 5K or 500,000 or probably 1 million followers or friends, they're not actually the people most of the time that who we can turn to when we are not our best or at our best, or we are not at our 100%. So this is very important, to be able to even to have one or two good friends or good people, or if you are lucky to have someone whom you can call your partner, being with someone, then if you can communicate with them properly and they can relate to your condition, then you're fortunate. And it's important to have that. And that's when you calm down and you can be mindful, I feel. I mean, I'm speaking from my own experience, but definitely people have their own experiences too they can share with us.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a family member. As long as it's someone that trusts you, that you can trust. You know, there's this great definition of a real friend is someone who is there for you even when you know they'd rather be somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, like they have a celebration or something going on, but they're with you because you needed them. That's a friend. And I've tried to be that for others many times. And the thing is, when it's really a friend, it's not an effort. You know, it's not. It's just what you do.
It's very important because, as you're saying, as a friend, this is one of the most important things that you share with your friend as well, your time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, yeah, definitely, friends help friends financially. Friend helps friends in during different hardship. But when you give someone your time, as I was saying, when someone is burnt out or someone is feeling stressed or in distress, even just to sit with them sometimes without saying anything, just to tell them without even communicating that I'm there for you if you need me, but take it easy. Just be there. I'm here with you. Even if you're not saying, just you're sitting in their presence. That's enough.
There's someone here, you're going to have to translate that one.
Yeah, I shouldn't, because if I translate, you're going to egg me on, I know. So, because it's a bhai, please, ayu bachur shei tumi ekটু যদি গেয়ে শোনান খুব খুশি।
Yay!
I have a cough too.
Egg.
I have a cough too. No, this mic doesn't really act well whenever I sing, because it has a compressor built in too, so it acts really
All right,
weird.
Mr. Sound Engineer,
Yeah.
how are you going to handle it?
I don't know. I don't have the other mic here, the singing mic. It's really, it's true. But I'll try
who's
my
your
best.
Friend? Who's the friend?
No, he's someone from Bangladesh, but I'll try.
Nice.
I'm not sure if it would sound good enough.
Neha, you're the sound checker.
Oh my God. Selena, thank you. Wow. Very true, Ershad Bhaiya. Shima Akhtar.
Oh, I think this is from Sherry as well. Should I read it out while you're sorting out sound?
Yeah.
So, Sherry's saying, it can start with self-care. Because obviously we were talking about the subject of self-awareness, and you say how. So how do you do it? It can start with self-care. Having enough self-care and self-love that raises our own energy, gives us so much more energy to give others. True. That smile you give will most often be responded with a smile back. The smile raises our dopamine. Dopamine is our feel-good hormone. Be a dopamine friend to others, whether you know them or not. That's so awesome. Empathy and smile is often just what is needed. I need a t-shirt that says, I am your dopamine. Oh my God, I love that.
No,
That
I mean,
makes it
you
so
are
true.
my dopamine. That's true. Esther is my dopamine.
You're mine. You're mine. You're mine.
Munir Jaman Muhammad,
Oh,
enjoying
that's
the moment.
nice.
Just keep it up. Sure, definitely. Thank you, Munir Jaman. So I'm going to take a bit of risk here. Let's see what I can do.
Neha has a good ear. Neha, you comment on his sound when he starts singing.
Now I'm going to try to use a different thing.
Would you like me
Guys,
to?
you can see all the tricks.
We're totally ready. Well, oh, here we go. Esther, I totally wear that T-shirt. I think we should make it as part of In Harmony, in our harmony. Knowing who you are, be your
Hello,
own
check,
your own dopamine. You good?
Yeah, someone's calling.
Oh, someone's calling from
Oh, from
Bahrain.
Really? Oh, wow.
Who is this? Hello, caller.
Hello,
Who's this?
I am Bahrain.
Oh, you're Bahrain. Oh, you're from Bahrain. Hello?
Hello,
Yeah, I can hear you. Who's this?
give Alamgir.
I think
Yeah, that's me. I'm speaking to you. Can you hear me? Hello?
I am Bahrain calling Ershad Alamgir studio.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking to you. বলেন আমি শুনছি আপনাকে
শুনছেন আমি একটা গানের রিকোয়েস্ট করছিলাম
হ্যাঁ কি নাম আপনার
আমার নাম সুবিনয় সূত্রধর
ও সুবিনয় সূত্রধর থ্যাংক ইউ হ্যাঁ সেই তুমি আমি সেজন্য প্রিপারেশন নিচ্ছিলাম আপনার গানের জন্য
এই যে আমি সেই তুমি গানটা বলার জন্য রিকোয়েস্ট করছিলাম আর কি
ওকে শিওর ডেফিনেটলি আমি ওই জন্য মাইক চেঞ্জ করছিলাম আপনার গানটা গাওয়ার জন্য
প্লিজ আপনার গিটার প্লাস আপনার টোন আপনার ভয়েস এভরিথিং আমার খুব ভালো লাগে আমি আপনাকে প্রায় সময় ফলো করি
থ্যাংক ইউ That's very sweet. I mean, he's saying that he follows me on social media and plays my guitar.
প্লিজ ভাইয়া সেই তুমি গানটা যদি একটু গান আর কি প্লিজ মানে স্টুডিওতে
অবস্থায় আছি আমি আপনার জন্য দুটো লাইন গাবো থ্যাংক ইউ ভাইয়া
ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ
Bye. Thank you for calling.
থ্যাংক ইউ
Wow. Cool.
Shubinoy Shutrudhar from
Bahrain at the
from
moment.
Bahrain.
Yeah.
So let me try.
How exciting.
Yeah.
We're crossing nations again.
Yep.
Woohoo.
So I don't know. I'll try to sing a little bit. I changed my mic and hope people can hear. Because yeah, I hope everyone can hear me a little bit. সেই তুমি কেন এত অচেনা হলে সেই আমি কেন তোমাকে দুঃখ দিলে কেমন করে এত অচেনা হলে তুমি কিভাবে এত বদলে গেছি এই আমি ও বুকেরি সব কষ্ট দুহাতে সরিয়ে চলো বদলে যাই তুমি কেন বোঝো না তোমাকে ছাড়াই আমি অসহায় আমার সবটুকু ভালোবাসা তোমায় ঘিরে আমার অপরাধ ছিল যতটুকু তোমার কাছে তুমি ক্ষমা করে দিও আমায় Thank you. Yeah, I tried. Hope the mic worked. Sorry, I'll just quickly get in there
Yeah.
and change things again.
I'll be right here.
Yep. You can keep talking.
That was really nice. So we've had a call. We've got followers now from following currently live from Bangladesh, live from Bahrain, live from France.
I think my mic is working
Good
too.
accent.
So thank you, Shubinoy Sutrodhar. Thank you for your call from Bahrain. আপনার কলের জন্য অনেক ধন্যবাদ, and thankfully probably you liked the song. I tried my best, and because I wasn't set up for singing, আজকে গানের জন্য mic set up করা নাই এখানে, but I tried my best. Hopefully it sounded okay.
Neha is saying one more mic was a bit raw.
Oh, mic was a bit raw. Okay, see, that's what because we are not ready for it, and I don't know.
He's saying thanks, bro.
No, thank you.
Nice.
So let's get back to the conversation again.
Well, how is doing what you love doing and following your goal part of self-care?
Who said that?
I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
Because I know there's
Did you read Sherry's message?
I did. I read it out.
Oh.
I'll read it again.
I can start with self-care. Oh, self-care message.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Because I think part of self-care is also doing what you love doing and making sure that you make the time for it.
That's true.
Selena's saying I think it's a wrong number. It did sound like it from the very beginning because it's like Bahrain. He says I am Bahrain.
I think it's a wrong number.
That was very sweet.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
Yeah, at least he asked me to sing the right song. Just imagine the wrong number from Bahrain asked me to sing an Arabic song. What would happen?
Oh wow, can you sing Arabic?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I used to. There's one song I used to know.
Sing it.
No, I
Sing
don't
it.
remember. Come on. Okay,
Okay.
let's not digress too much.
Okay.
Imrul Kais Shumon, hi Ershad, my dear friend. Imrul, nice talking to you. Nice to see you. And Selena says, okay. And Imrul Kais, I'm from Bangladesh. Yeah, Imrul, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
my
good.
friend. He
Nice.
he's a supporter of Knowing Who You Are, and I've seen him many times.
I've seen his acknowledgements. Yeah, nice.
Selena, secret admirer.
Oh,
Okay,
not
Shapki, very
secret.
nice one, bro. Thank you. Amjad Suleiman, superb. I mean, he's a Bangladeshi guy in London.
Yeah.
Amjad Suleiman, and he had been a great supporter over the years for
He says
Surreal
it's
as well.
superb.
Yeah. One more mic. Oh, one more mic was bit raw. Yeah, probably no effects. Thanks. Thank you, Shakib Khan. This mic sounds good as well. Okay, great.
That's nice.
Selena Hawk. Yeah, Auntie, thank you. So, yeah, getting back to the topic of what you're asking me a question.
Well, because I know that there's certain things that you do that if you don't do them, you just feel like out of sorts. Going to the gym is one of them. You're very, very systematic in that. But I also know, so you've had a lot of, which I always think is very interesting. You've had a career in law. You've had a career in television. You've had a career in music technology in connection with radio. You're now on a new career in relation to neuroscience, and you've had and are in progress on a career in the Royal Navy, just because you got bored. But the one thing that you always go back to is music. That is the unchanging parallel, no matter, because all those roles, each one of these careers are a single career that a person would feel fulfilled for a lifetime. I am a lawyer. I am a this. But you've decided, good, now I'm done with this, now I'm doing that. And all of them are part of a greater plan that we are working on together. But how has music been your constant? Because it's the only thing out of the whole lot that's constant.
It's a very interesting question. I mean, I feel like I'm being interviewed. But
You are.
I would like to answer this. I would say, people, when I say this, try to find that answer within you, because I have realized this one. Many times it happened. You might have seen that in podcasts, people would request me to sing. And not that, more often than not, I probably haven't sung anything. I didn't feel like singing. And sometimes I refused that I won't today. And many times Esther said I did it too. And I remember when I started singing many years ago, there had been times when I was still in my formative years of singing. My voice wasn't there. I would always pick very hard songs for my teacher, and my teacher would say, you're not ready for that. But I wasn't learning popular songs. And many times I would, in a gathering with my friends at the uni, or probably even in college, they would say, Ershad, sing that song, which is very popular. Everyone should know. As a singer, you should know. It's like part of the repertoire, like standards. and I would say, sorry, I don't even know the song. Why is that? Because I figured it out. I do music as something that is very private for me, to be honest with you. It's part of my creative self. I enjoy the creative part of music because it poses a lot of challenges for me every now and then. And those challenges I face and I like to overcome them. And it's all the things Esther had said about me, that I like to do this, I like to do that, and law wasn't enough. Then I'm doing neuroscience now. Then I went into this Royal Navy training to become an officer. All these things just rounded up because I feel like in life, I remember in high school, one of my friends said, Ershad, what do you want to be? And I told him that I want to do everything that's possible, that I can possibly do as a human. I'll try to do. And I kept at it. And I kept going. I think I love the idea of challenge, one thing. I think I love whatever pushes me. Say, when I'm faced with difficulties, I find something is hard. Many people would say that, oh my God, it's hard, I can't do that. Esther makes fun of that every now and then. Because something, when it's hard, I'll go, at double speed towards that thing.
And he will not stop.
I try to. I mean, say for example, many people would be surprised, like math. How can it be someone's favorite subject? But I had, even when I studied law, because I was a science student, I was very good at math. But then I went into law. I didn't practice much. But then now, every now and then I pick up a math book, I get very excited. And it's just, I don't have to apply it anywhere probably. And it's a different kind of thing that math has nothing to do with whatever I'm doing or I'll be doing in my life. But I feel that because I need to know what's so difficult about this. Because I feel whenever we try to do something harder and something that we haven't tried before, a part of our brain, it's called, again, I have to throw that word, which is Esther's favorite.
Neuroplasticity.
Exactly. So we make new connections. And what feels harder today, in 6 months' time, it's not hard anymore. Because you have created those connections and now it becomes second nature. Just think about many things you have done in your life. And probably you have a great career as a scientist. But when you're young, you're thinking, oh my God, scientists are such amazing people. They're so brilliant. But now you're a scientist yourself. So the thing is that when we keep doing it, so when Esther was saying about music, every now and then, because I started with my vocals, that's what my basic training was, Indian classical. Then I picked up my guitar. My mother had pushed both of us, my brother and I, we started learning guitar. But then when I started learning guitar, again, I did the same thing. Rather than learning all the popular songs, I started learning the grammar of it. Why is this difficult? How can I make connections to this, to that? So I feel that one thing is being able to sing nicely, do something nicely. It's we always chase the perfection side of things. I probably keep on doing it, but I feel deeper inside, it's beyond music. I think it's more creativity that pushes me.
I understand.
And that's why whenever something happens, you'll see me sitting down with my guitar, not making sometimes no particular song, no particular scales or anything, but I'm trying to make sense of this note to that note and what it does. This is what I do. So it's a very long-winded answer, but
no, it's exactly what I was looking for,
because
I have the same with the arts, with fine arts, because I remember I did a number of different long-term jobs with larger groups, smaller groups, bigger organizations, smaller organizations, and some of them were very internally facing, human resources, some were to do with events, some were, there were just all kinds. But the one thing, when at the end of the night my day was done, I loved drawing, I loved painting, I loved listening to music, doing the videography, the photography that I was doing, and that, I guess because to a degree it helped me also sort of look at things from an aesthetics point of view. And behind these things is normally a different meaning, because what is an artist? He's a communicator. He or she, they are
True.
a communicator of some sort. Because I thought it was always very interesting when you sing, it's like you you have singers who can recite things and they sound really good and the old tone is good. I know I've got very sharp tone, so I can hear when something sounds good, but you can hear the message is totally not there. When you sing, it's like you've taken the person who wrote the song, you got what they meant to say, and you're able to say it for them.
Thank you.
Because even though I don't understand the language, I always get it, which I think is really interesting, and that just shows how passionate you are about it.
No, I feel this is why that's why I was telling you.
Sorry, I'm the one-man band fan club over here.
Oh, thank you. Whatever you're doing in life, say what Esther was saying, and people sometimes say, oh, Ershad is a guitarist, he's a singer, or this, that. But I feel that I'm beyond that, Matt. It's not only, I just don't like, it's not that I'm complacent being just a singer. It's more about when I'm singing something, it's like meditation to me. And I just get into it and I try to hear myself, what it's sounding like. Am I happy with this one? And there had been times when I've been to different shows, and normally singers have this tendency, when you have the mic in your hand, you like to sing one song after another because you like to show people that you're good at it.
Yeah.
My thing is, if I can sing one song good and well, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'll leave the stage after that, and people sometimes say, you're just singing one song, why not more songs? I'm like, I'm happy with the one song that I sung, and it's okay. It's more about enjoying the moment, and music, songs, and like even when I'm watching, say, something on Netflix with my guitar, say a title song is going on and there's a background music going on, straight away I'll try to play that and just listen to it, and how I can make something out of that music they play, how I can connect with something I can play. I just keep doing it while watching. I'm sorry that I do it sitting next to her.
Oh, I'm used to
That's
it.
why I have a silent guitar now, which doesn't make any sound.
We literally watch a movie together, and there'll be like a plink plonk happening next to me. But to me, it's okay. Sherry actually gave a nice answer here as well. She said, a strong morning routine to set up your day with intent will support your motivation always going forward. Being open to change as you change also a great motivator, right? When we do something when we are young, we loved it. We change as we grow older sometimes. We need to change what we do to go with the growth changes, age and knowledge growth also. None of us are the same person we were a year ago. Be open to change if possible. Challenge is different for all of us. Motivation is different for us all. By the way, math is horrid. Yes, I agree.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Motivation, talking about it, what Sherry mentioned. So being open to change, that was neuroplasticity side of things.
Yeah.
And as you change, so the thing is that as you change, it means that when you're trying something hard and you make it happen, and slowly things start become easier for you, and you see the change in yourself, that I can understand it now. Say someone who's not a singer practicing for 6 months or a year or 2 years, suddenly they start sound better, and they feel like, okay, I'm sounding better now. So that's a change. And to be honest with you, every time we think that motivation is something, it has to land on you like a divine intervention or something.
Doesn't it?
It has to be something when you do something. That's why they say, like Sherry was mentioning, that having a morning routine. Why? Because when you have these morning routines, so you get up, say 7 o'clock, 7:30, a good time, then probably you go for a walk, or someone probably go for a run. Before work, I go to the gym, because I feel that I've done something for myself. First thing, I love it. And another thing is that most of the time we feel it's difficult. Leaving the bed, getting ready, when your body's not ready and you're going to the gym and you're running on the treadmill, then you're lifting weights and whatever. But the moment I've done that, it's a motivation for me. So it's a highlight of the day, which I've created for myself. And when that highlight takes place, straight away you're motivated to do more. So that's why having a morning routine helps.
Yeah, makes sense.
So because that's the first thing in the day. I mean, we could have said having a night routine helps. But the thing is, when you start something, you get motivated, but you're supposed to go to bed. So being motivated at the wrong time doesn't help. So that's why having a morning routine, getting motivated early in the day, so you have the whole day to yourself. And there are people I know, they break it in chunks as well. Say at 11 o'clock, 11 to 12 or 11 to 1, they do the hardest thing of the day. So they get it out of the way slowly and they feel motivated to get to the next thing. But probably the next thing is not as taxing or demanding to their brain as they had done, just finished between 11 and 1, 11 and 12. So this is why motivation, whenever we talk about these things, so when you feel like, okay, I'm not going to the gym, Ershad, what should I do? I want to go to the gym. You just make an effort first to go there and probably walk on the treadmill, just mindfully, not with your, because I see a lot of the time it happens, people are there for 2 hours at the gym, but on the phone and walking. But walking is not the main thing. Your distraction and your phone is the main thing. You're listening, you're writing, or whatever you're doing. But the main thing you're going there for. So even if you're there for 20 minutes, just be there for that particular thing. When you come out, you feel like you have done something. But if you're there for 2 hours with your phone in your hand or doing something else, but not mindful the task that you were supposed to do, then I don't think it will motivate you.
Yeah, I mean, she's also saying motivation comes from action. Energy is needed for action. Action brings energy. Round and round we go. And I think part of that is also you do need to get enough sleep. Like people just, I used to think that 6.5, 7 was enough. And it wasn't until I started steadily having 7.5, 8 hours that I noticed a difference. And I guess also we keep bringing this up, even though we're really not old. We are not getting any younger.
I mean, I feel what I could do with 4 hours sleep, I could go to work
I used to
and
burn the candle at
I'd be
both ends
totally okay.
for years, and I could never do what I did back then.
I can't anymore. I have to have my 7.5.
Yeah.
Because this is why I keep on stressing over it. And whenever I see people that sleeping habit, because one thing is what we're talking about, mental well-being, but it comes with your physical well-being, what you're eating, your nutrition. I'm not a doctor, but the thing is that I felt when there are certain things we're ingesting, when you're younger, your digestive system, your body probably stronger to break things down and get you ready than even despite the hangover and everything, you go to work, you somehow last for another day. And then you catch up. Probably during the weekend you sleep some. But it doesn't work like that. Normally, every time these days I've seen that if I sleep, say, 30 minutes less, or if I wake up a little earlier, then I pick up my phone to do something. My whole day is kind of ruined. And it affects my gym routine as well. I go to the gym, I feel like I don't feel like running as much. I don't feel like lifting weights. I don't feel like doing this. And I sometimes say that probably I didn't eat enough or something. No, it's because I didn't sleep enough.
Yeah. I mean, a good example was when we went out in summer camping this time. We would get up. I mean, you think it's vacation, you can sleep in, and we actually didn't. We got up every day, 6:45, 7 o'clock. We took the boat out and onto the main lake, and we rowed. We rowed for almost an hour and a half.
And we had breakfast in the middle of the lake.
We would go to the middle
sitting
of the
on
lake,
a boat,
knowing that there's about 40 meters of water underneath us, sitting in this rubber little dinghy. And then he would pull out breakfast, and we would have some croissants and some jus d'orange, orange juice. It was amazing. But by the time 8:30 hit and the sun started coming out, we had already been up for an hour and a half. You see people sort of gradually waking up. We were alert, awake, ready to roll, and we had the whole day in front of us. Obviously, you have the problem with the heat in the afternoon. There's pretty much nothing you could do. But to start that morning was amazing. And we both felt
even
so
on holiday, we made
supercharged.
sure that we go to bed latest by 11, so we can wake up by 7:30. But even though we did by 7, so we could take out the boat in the lake and then we could have breakfast. So by the time, because by 10:30 it gets so hot. We are talking about Lake Annecy. So definitely Sherry knows. Sherry shares a time between Australia and France, so you would know. So yeah, it was so hot between 10 and
About
4
o'clock it became
or 5,
unbearable. 4 or 5 o'clock.
You can't do anything. You can't be inside your tent. You just have to find some kind of shade. And most of the time, I wasn't even wearing t-shirt because there's no point. It was so hot.
And I was making the fatal mistake of being in the pool, thinking, well, the water is cool, so I'll stay cool. And obviously the water magnifies the sun, and I got absolutely fried.
No, I mean, that's what happened to me.
God.
So Sherry said long term, that is not good. Probably,
Sleep
not having enough sleep.
Yeah.
So sleep. She's stressing over it. Nutrition, mindfulness, breath, movement. Breath. With breath, I realized I was talking to one of my friends the other day. How many times do you properly breathe in a day? Even when you work, at work and when you're outside, out and about doing something, we normally don't do it like, look at me. We don't do it like this. We normally are breathing and we are alive, but it's happening because your body has this system that it keeps you alive, that you breathe a little bit, but all the breathing is like just short breathing. But when you do, if you do it, just get that oxygen inside, and when you get it out as well, like when you do it, feel it. I would say, and this is a thing, it's been talked about by many people, so it's not my idea, it's scientific. So if you do it like 3 in, 4 out, like 3 second inhale and 4 second exhale, but 1 second hold it. So like 3 second, right? Count it like.
Let's do it now. I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So
9.
You're holding for 3. So like
1, 2, 3.
Hold 1 second.
1, 2,
then let go.
3. Oh, I see. We do that sometimes right before going to sleep. It
Yeah.
actually puts me to sleep when I do
If you do that straight away, you'll feel your whole body would relax. Just do it. Make it a routine. It can be your part of your kind of a meditation routine. But if you do it, you'll feel that how light it feels straight away. You wake up. There are 2 ways of breathing. Say, for example, if you're getting into any kind of action, there's a point you need to get your heart pumping. So you're like, if you do it, that's one thing. But when you want to calm down, you have to do it like, so long exhale when you want to calm down, and short exhale when you want to get ready for action because you need your heart pumping. So
that's to get ready for action.
That's to get ready for action because your heart starts pumping. The exhale is very short.
We should do that in the morning.
But when you do a long exhale, that's what I do sometimes before gym.
I was wondering what that was for.
Yeah, and that's.
I always thought you're trying to blow your nose.
No, I mean, because we have an aerobic cycle in our body, and that's what I've been taught in the Royal Navy during training, that it takes 4 minutes for our body, for the aerobic cycle to get ready. So they would get us running. So the moment you start slowly, you just jog in your place, you don't stop. They make you do all the other things. But in the meantime, what they say, don't stop, keep going. So we have to keep on jogging. And every now and then we do these burpees, we do running back and forth, then do run around the field. But then you come down, then you keep on jogging. So you don't rest. Because the aerobic cycle, it can't come down. And that's when people go to a gym and they totally take a break and cool down and they feel like it'll go back up. It doesn't help your body. So to make it work, you have to keep your body working, and the aerobic cycle, it needs to be on. So it's very important. And Sherry definitely knows about these things because her daughter, Siobhan, she used to work with me. She's in Australia, and now she's a fitness coach, as I can see. Amazing. She's doing really good. And all the routine, because I see her Instagram post every now and then, so I see that what she's doing. So probably one of these days, I would like to talk to her on the podcast. So it'd be great. And so is Sherry. I mean, I tried to get in touch with Sherry many times, but unfortunately the time never aligned.
And she was busy as well. So much work.
Yeah. And
she actually said something on the last thing here. Always in through the nose for good breathing, as breathing in your mouth enhances adrenaline, the fight for flight hormone. You do not need adrenaline when calming, so in through your nose.
Yeah. And that's during running as well. That's another thing you can do, which I do, because sometimes when people run, it hurts on this side.
Oh, it always does when I do that.
Yeah, so when it does, you keep on doing like when you're running. You can do it through your mouth or through your nose. Straight away, that stretching feeling would go. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how you do it. Rockstar lifestyle, I just. Okay, Selena said, I slept today at 6:30, woke up at 7:30. My head is fuzzy. I missed a beat because my phone died. Yeah, we breathe a lot. So you should do some breathing with us. What we did 3 seconds of inhale, 1 second of holding the breath, 4 seconds of letting go, like exhale. So it's like, so if you do it, you'll feel that the pressure is lifting. So try to do it, even though it won't replace your sleeping, but it would help you a little bit.
Make sure you drink lots of water, by the way.
Yeah, our water has run out. I'm going to borrow Esther's glass.
That's okay, thank you.
So guys, I think it's lovely that we got to do a lot of different things. We did a bit of singing, we did a bit of talking, and a lot of things we discussed in terms of burning out was the main issue. Sherry, if you can share your thought on burning out, because I shared that I think end of April, earlier May, I had this feeling of being burnt out totally. And one day, how it manifested for me, straight away, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It was like this for me. Just in a normal day when I was not in the middle of doing anything. But I went to Esther and said that, look, I have taken so much on my plate probably. And suddenly it feels, because I was thinking all the time, at the back of my mind, there's no time for me to just have just a blank mind. I wasn't having it. So I think that's probably started that thing that triggered that breathlessness. And I went to Esther and said, look, I feel like this. What should I do? I know what should I do, but what should I do? At the time, I needed just someone's support, someone to hug me probably or just sit next to me. And she did exactly like that. She said, just sit down and I'm here. Don't worry. Just sit down. Let's talk. Or not even talk, sorry. Let's just sit down. And then I realized what I have to do. And I made some changes, some adjustments in my life and my routine. That's why I'm back with the podcast, because this is part of my well-being. When I do this, when I connect with people, I really feel good. And I know that something somewhere when I'm sharing these things with them, someone would probably listen to a few excerpts here and there, a few seconds. But if they apply and by sharing this shared wisdom, I think we can help each other like this. And that's what knowing who you are is all about.
Yeah.
And
Sherry is saying, let's arrange a talk. We are in France till November. Ours will be better. Back in Oz, December, January.
Oh, great.
Nice.
So we should do it probably one of these days. I'll do it.
We do the full podcast. That'll be awesome.
I'll be in touch with you, Sherry, and we should have an interview coming with Sherry Harlow.
Yeah.
She's a coach, mindfulness coach herself, but there will be a lot of other things that she does. So I won't disclose everything in one go. Probably you have to listen to the interview for that. So we are making this announcement as she declared. So why shouldn't we do that? Yeah, so it's coming.
Before the end of November, we'll do the professional podcast.
It would be coming probably in a week or two.
Okay, good.
Definitely.
So just so you know how it works, and you'll see that also on the YouTube channel. So we've got the live shows, which is like what we're doing today. Today is show number 30. And we have the what we call the professional interviews. It's basically an interview that he does with a professional of any kind.
Especially if it's more like,
in the field that either helps other people or that is there for self-help. Or you have situations where we've got major artists who themselves have been through what they've been through and come out flying the other end. And we like to see how they did it, what they went through, because we don't necessarily... Sometimes you can learn from someone's experience, not just a trained professional. So that's why you'll see artists, really important people in society and professionals in the self-help field, which is really awesome. And Sherry's definitely one of them. What's she saying?
Sherry's like, lol, because we already made an announcement. I mean, that was on the heel of it, because she said that. And so, Sherry, I took the privilege.
But she's saying burnout can show up as a physical, mental, or emotional. Watch your mood. Be open and honest. Yes, know that self-care is not selfish. It is the most important thing we can do for those we love. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because if you are in a state, you're no good to someone else.
You become someone's burden. The person who loves you. Say, for example, I'll just be on Esther, and Esther has to look after me on top of whatever she has on her plate.
Oh.
And she needs my help, but I'm not there for her.
Plates.
So it's very important.
Lots.
I mean, this is something Brené Brown had said. She shared on one of the podcasts.
Brené Brown.
Yeah. So it was her husband and her. They have this routine she was sharing.
I love that.
She's like, okay, we always talk about this. We come home and we share with each other. So it's, say, for example, 100% is our state, like when we are perfect. Probably 100% is really hard to achieve. But say when she comes back from work, she's like, look, I have 50% today. And if he's in a good state, the husband, he might say, okay, I have 80% today. So don't worry, I'll take care of you because I can add something to it because I literally have nearly 100%, so I can help you. But there are days when he would come, he'd say, I have 30% today. And she would be like, look, I have 50% today. So none of them are in a good place to help each other. So they were like, okay, don't worry about taking care of each other. On this day, we just don't do anything, or there are certain things they're supposed to do, probably household chores or something. They say, okay, let's not do anything. Let's not bother about these things. So this is one of the ways, and I stole that idea for us. And sometimes I say that, yeah, we can do it, but probably we don't use the same language, but we talk to each other and we say that, look, this is what I'm feeling like today. And she said, yeah, I'm not. Or I look at Esther and I see that she's not really doing well. She's tired. I'll just ask her, are you okay? And she said, no, today this happened and I'm not feeling like, it could be physical or mental. I said, don't worry about it. Just sit here and do something. And then if I have some energy left, I'll just help her with, say, arranging the dinner, and we'll just sit together and and do the dishes after her, and so she can watch some television or just sit there mindlessly doing something.
And vice
It's
versa,
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing that we're also, between you and me, are very mindful of is sometimes, I'll come home from work and I'll be just like, oh my God. And then, but I know, and I can see from your demeanor that you've had a long day, and now is also not necessarily the right time for me to download. So I think it's also being mindful of each other. Like, good, is the person able to receive right now? Are they able to see me without anything else, or are they in their own head right now? And I find personally, I just eat something, calm myself down, and very often it just gets resolved that way. But I think it's also being mindful of each other that makes it work, because we always are.
Sherry says it's not 50%. Relationships are not always 50-50. Great way to live. Our percentage is only what's available right now. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think as long as you recognize, we're not at the level where we can deal things with today. At least you are a team and you can work things out together. Because if I know that you're having a shit day, I'm having a shit day. I shouldn't swear, but if but at least together we know we're also not gonna have trouble with each other. We know that together we're just gonna resolve it somehow.
It's important,
which we have done for
because the
almost
moment
3 years now.
Yeah. The day I feel that there are times when I feel a bit restless, then I would tell Esther straight away, look, this is what I'm feeling right now. And say Esther wants to know certain things, so she's sharing a lot of information when I'm coming home.
Yeah.
I just stepped into the house. She's telling me, this is what happened. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I've done in the house.
Normally very enthusiastic.
Or sometimes she's asking me, it's like option paralysis, or sometimes it's like decision fatigue.
I ask him
like,
to make decisions right now about
she
something.
says, so what do you
really
think? What are you going to do tonight? And what's for dinner? And this, I just would say straight away rather than getting worked up. I said, look, let's not have a conversation now. I'm really, my mind's not there. And she would just understand. So, okay, I'm there. Do your thing. Whatever you want to do, get changed and do whatever you like.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready. I have the time for myself and the space. Then I go and start talking to her.
And the same as well. You're normally very good. You normally go, can't really. I can't receive right now. I'm a little bit more blunt normally.
Selena said if we could read out her query. So
But Sherry said that she's gonna PM her separately.
Okay.
It's about the migraine.
Okay.
Her sister's got migraines, and Sherry's gonna message her separately, which is nice. Thank you, Sherry.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sherry. Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
horrible, isn't
It
it?
is,
I wish no one has to
I've
go
never had
through.
it before.
Yeah,
I've had friends
it's
and family who've had
almost a chronic condition.
it. Yeah.
So, guys, it was really nice talking to you. Shall we get Shakib again for one last song before we finish? Shakib, what do you say? Are you there? Neha, Shakib, anyone watching? So we can listen to that Queen song. Please let us know. So in the meantime, so because we are feeling that, yeah, it's a lovely conversation, and what a lovely start of this season, I would say, because
Yeah.
it's been a long break.
Yes.
And winter is coming,
The
summer is
autumn
ending,
season.
autumn
The
season.
autumn season.
Yeah. So we getting ready with all the new interviews now, and as you can expect, Sherry would be there at some point. When, we don't know. It depends on Sherry's availability, and she will tell her. But definitely it's coming along with a lot of other interviews, or the people that I've spoken with, I've lined up. So it's coming very soon. But live stream wise, it won't be probably Tuesdays, but I'm trying to find a convenient day, most probably a Sunday, or a Saturday. Most of the time people are out and about, so normally we don't find anyone at home, but Sundays are probably a good time. But in the meantime, every now and then when I have some time, I might try to, even Esther is not here, I might try to get online and do a live stream and talk to people and get in touch and get some information. Like today we had this option of asking this information or asking this question to Sherry, which Selena could do because Sherry was here.
Which is
So
really helpful.
I think
Yeah.
this is helpful. So
Yeah.
if we can open this channel like this whenever we can, it'd be nice. But a regular one, I'll probably plan and schedule, but ahead of time, as we always do the promo and let you know the time. But the regular one probably on a Sunday. But let's see, nothing confirmed yet. But something that'll be convenient for us all, so
Yeah.
everyone can join.
Yeah, but whatever it is, we will always do it 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening because we have found that is a good time where most people are back from work, etc. The only problem with this, we do have a lot of really awesome Bangladeshi followers,
Yeah.
and they are 6 hours ahead, so that doesn't necessarily work.
So that's why we have to,
might have to do a
do a
separate
little
one.
earlier,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
at least a separate one
Yeah,
for
do
people
one
in
for them.
Bangladesh. I can do a totally
You can do it
Bangla
in
live
Bangla,
stream.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sherry said, lovely to chat. Have an amazing week, everyone. Lots of love to you all. Keep well, laugh a lot, and be
Thank
kind to
you.
it. That's very true. Very
For
important.
being our dopamine.
Yeah. Yeah, our dopamine.
She is.
And Neha replying to Selena, I never heard any Bangladeshi version yet. If you hear. Okay,
sure.
please get Shakib to call us quickly, so he can show or at least sing for Selena, so Selena knows what we're talking about. Shakib, quickly pick up the phone, give us a call, and
if
sing
he
a few
doesn't-
lines.
If he doesn't call, then you have to sing.
I don't know the song. Dopamine buddies, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it again.
Okay. Wow. That's what dopamine buddies
With
do.
E and E.
Oh my
E,
God.
hang on, it's the other way
Okay.
around. E and E.
Okay.
E.
All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah. We get Shakib to call, and probably Shakib can finish with this song. As we said that we asked him to take a break. It's I Want to Break Free, I guess, new cover song. Oh, that was like Oi Dur Pahare. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Here's Shakib. Shakib in the house.
Hello.
Yay! Thank you for sticking with us.
Sorry, we just literally
No,
pushed you to come. Literally just got you.
Yeah. I was just relaxing and listening, and yeah.
Shakib, sing a few lines of a Queen song, and I know there's one song you do very well. So if you do without the guitar, probably just hum a few lines, and everyone would enjoy. And then that's how we end the show today.
Okay, Queen song now in this condition of my voice is really hard. But yeah, I'm just thinking which one should I?
Yeah,
because I
anything
know
you
few.
feel like. Anything you feel
Shakib,
like.
whatever you want, it's okay.
Okay, let me try with a bit low pitch maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Somebody to Love, a few lines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. difficult song anyway.
Nice.
Amazing! You've got such guts to do that on live. Everything else, amazing. So good.
Thank you, Shakib. That was
And
really
such,
No
nice.
worries.
such a
Thanks a lot.
poignant song to end the show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need somebody to love us.
Yes, we do.
Or love
Yeah,
ourselves.
that's true.
Thank you, Shakib.
Thank you, Shakib.
Thank you
Have
so
a great
much,
evening
guys.
and waiting
Yeah.
to see you shortly.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys.
Bye.
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 And we have Gauri Chaudhary. She's an amazing singer and we have known each other for a long time. And she says, nice to see you after a long time, Ershad bhai.
Nice.
Same here, Gauri di. Nice to see you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining it. Definitely. I mean, I wish we could one day. I would speak with her as well, and she's beautiful singer.
Really?
Such perfection.
Oh, nice.
So good. So one day probably we'll get to talk to her. Probably listen to her a little bit. So on that note, today, a lot of music, great talk, and a lot of inspiration. And I feel that we'll have your support. As I say, that knowing who you are is not something that I'm doing for myself or doing for Esther or us together. It's all of us together. Because I want to create this platform where we help each other. We just remind ourselves the importance of certain things in life for our mental and physical well-being. And you have anything to add to that?
No,
No?
you've said it all. It's
Okay.
really good. I'm really happy that we're back, and I'm really happy that we get going again. And at the end of the day, after a show like this, we're always like, God, that was good. And I feel the same today. Really good. Show number 30.
Show number 30. So on that happy note, we see you very soon. And we'll let you know in advance when we are coming.
Absolutely.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.